Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Everyday Carry for the Everyday Guy. So today is a super exciting video for me. I received my firearm back this week. If you don't know, I'm doing a Glock build of my own Glock, and so this is going to be like the first reveal of I think 3 or 4 depending on how far I want to go with this build. So I'm going to show you what I've got back currently. If you want to know what my firearm looked like prior to this, check this video over here. This is where basically I discuss all the mods I personally do my own firearm. So that is sort of from stock to that video, and this is now the second or the third volume in my Glock build. So this is what it looks like currently. So I'll try to get this up close. As you can see, I'll run you through it from the slide down. I've got slide serrations on both sides. And then I've also got a basket weave on top. I'll explain everything in more detail as I go through it. The grips have been stippled with also a basket weave stippling. The rear sight is blacked out, as well as more stippling over there. The finger grooves are now completely gone. I'm hoping you can see that. They are now completely gone and more stippling has been put in place. As well, I've got a GL enhanced Magpul magwell. So I'll run you through everything in more detail now and explain to you why I've got what I've got. Guys, let's get into this build. First and foremost, I just want to let you know, as always, the firearm is empty and safe, and so is the mag. That's also empty. Okay, so I think maybe best to start from the bottom. This is the GL enhanced Magpul magwell. Super cool. I'm going to do a full review of this individually, so I'm not going to go talk too much about it right now. And then we've got this basket weave stippling. Hoping it's not too blur. This was really amazingly done. So the people who did everything on this gun right now is a company called SA Laser Engraving. I'll tell you more about how to get hold of them, where they are, what they do a little later on in the video. But for right now, they did the basket weave, and it's perfect. You know, it's exactly what I wanted. I really like the basket weave look, and they just did a really exceptional job, especially when you consider that I already had stippling on this gun. If you check the previous video, you'd see. Also in the previous video, I am carrying the OLED PL Mini. In this one, I'm carrying the next torch. That's simply because I borrowed the OLED to a buddy of mine while my firearm was away, and I haven't seen him since getting it back. It's nothing to be concerned about. I have holsters for both and I'm comfortable with both. The blacked out sights, that speaks for itself. I don't need to go into too much detail about why I chose that. I'm just a front sight kind of guy. There are many videos on YouTube about what the pros and cons of that are, so check that out. I don't want to give away too much personal information about that, because at the end of the day, everything on this channel is an opinion, nothing is a recommendation. So on to the big stuff, these serrations and this basket weave. This is actually cut into the slide. It's going to be impossible for me to show you, but that's actually cut into the slide. It's laser engraved. And the reason I wanted this, so let me just explain this. I watched a video quite a while ago, probably about like 7 or 8 months ago, where a guy called Dave Spalding talks about slide manipulation. And he showed a particular technique which I found very interesting at the time. It was the first time I saw it. It's not the first time it's been done, it just happened to be the first time I saw it. What he did was he wrapped the slide from the front, right? And he spoke about things like economy of movement, efficiency, and that sort of thing. And I've done jiu-jitsu quite extensively, and the concept of economy of movement and efficiency in movement really resonates with me. So I started trying this. And what I found was when I went to the range, my hand would slide off the front of the slide, effectively. And so, you know, I told myself, you know what, that's not going to work for me. He can do it, I can't do it. It doesn't mean it's a bad technique, it doesn't mean I'm bad at it. It's just something that's going to work for him and not work for me. Then, as time went by, I started looking at the option of getting slide serrations in order to facilitate that movement. And what I found was no one in Cape Town was able or prepared to do it. So I put that idea on the shelf and just thought, you know, I'll never get back to this. Until quite recently, we were on Facebook. I saw a company called SA Laser Engraving. I saw what they were doing. I got hold of them, immediately. And they were able to help me out in an instant. I sent them the gun on a Friday, they received it on a Monday, they resent it the following Friday, and I received it the next Monday. And this is the level of work that these guys can do. There are 11 serrations. They are 0.5 millimeters deep. That's the same as the serrations on the back. And they really feel, they're really grippy, which is effectively what I wanted. And so to continue with my story about manipulating the slide from the front, obviously most of us would rack like that, or like that, and any other variation. I'm not doing it ultra tactically, so don't go crazy about that. But what he said was, you know, why not a simpler movement in terms of racking, and then simply sliding your hand, and you're basically back in position. Your hand never really leaves the front. Whereas with the more traditional techniques, you know, this hand, your offhand, is effectively disengaging completely, and so you've got to reposition. And it just made sense to me, you know, it made 100% sense, but I couldn't do it without the slide serrations. And so that is why I went for slide serrations on this firearm. It is magnificently done. I want to get like a great shot of this, but my camera isn't going to focus on it when it's that close. Have a look at how awesome that looks, and that those things are actually cut into the slide. I really hope you can see that. So, like I said, SA Laser Engraving, I'll run you through what they've done. They did the slide serrations, the top serrations, the stippling, which is a basket weave, which looks legendary, as well as the removal of the finger grooves, and they stippled over where the finger grooves were, which is really awesome. Like I say, especially when you consider that this had stippling on it prior to me sending it to them. That is it for this video, very short video. So just a couple of things I want to outline. One, I am running a competition in conjunction with SA Laser Engraving, where the winner will effectively get a setup like this for free. Obviously of their choosing, it doesn't have to be exactly like this. There are going to be some terms and conditions, but long story short, they're going to basically give you a voucher for virtually a full customization for free. So definitely stay tuned to that. What's going to happen now is I'm going to send my gun away for Cerakoting, and then when I get that back, I'd say in about a week and a half's time from the reveal of this video, I'm going to do a full review of effectively the whole firearm, and then outline the rules of that competition. So definitely stay tuned to that. If you want to get a hold of the guys from SA Laser Engraving, it's a father and son company. They are in Randfontein, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And you're going to speak to somebody called Martin, because both the father and the son's name is Martin, which I actually thought was quite legendary. They are ultra nice. They worked with me on this every step of the way. They sent me pictures. Martin called me quite a few times, you know, to get my opinion. I didn't tell him exactly what I wanted. I told him I wanted slide serrations. I wanted a sort of a tactical looking thing. I wanted to look aggressive. We spoke, we brainstormed, we came up with this, and I could not be more happy with what they were able to produce. So I'm going to link to their Facebook page. That's SA Laser Engraving. It's linked down below. Please check it out. If you want any kind of modifications like this done, these are the people you want to be talking to. And as I said previously, I'm going to be running a competition where you can sort of win a setup like this for free. So stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon. Have a good week. Cheers. God bless.